people that are from the southeast, they are all trying to own something in Enugu. And in today's live section, we're going to be sharing with you what is making these people from Abia State, Imo State, Ebonyi State, which
Yeah.
other place?
Um, yeah, Anambra.
Anambra State,
Anambra State, yeah.
and they are all coming to Enugu to invest. In fact, recently, one of my clients who bought into one of our properties right in Enugu, he called his friend. He said, "Now I'm now owning a piece of Enugu. I now own a part of Enugu." Do you
Yeah.
understand that feeling?
Mm,
So, in today's live session, we are going to be sharing with you why Igbos are investing in Enugu and why you too, if you are from the southeast, why you should also consider owning a piece of Enugu City. So we've just be beginning with the first one. We're just going to be sharing with you five, reasons why people are investing in Enugu or what makes Enugu, unique
yeah.
for them to come to it and invest in Enugu City. All right. So if you're coming across our live session, drop one or two in the comment section to if you can hear us and see us. All right, so let's dive right in. I feel the first reason why people are investing or why Igbos are investing in Enugu is the peaceful nature.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
Enugu is relatively peaceful
Yeah.
and then calm. So when it comes to the states that makes up the southeast, I feel Enugu is one of the most peaceful states that you can stay in. I mean, have you come to Enugu? Let me know if you have visited Enugu recently. All right, so Enugu is relatively peaceful. I mean, amidst everything that is happening in Nigeria, Enugu is that kind of place that you can walk into, or you can, if you want to have peace of mind, you just come into Enugu because the environment is peaceful. The neighborhood is peaceful. Like if you drive through the streets of Enugu, you see that everywhere is calm. Driving through the street of OGRA, you see how relaxed and how peaceful that area is. If you drive through the streets of some part Independence layout, yeah, you see that that place is also peaceful. If you drive into other streets, you see that Enugu is relatively peaceful. Like it's not a place that you come and you see a lot of fighting going on. It's a place that when you come, you know that you have entered into a peaceful state.
Yeah.
So I feel because of this peaceful nature, a lot of people want to own something in Enugu. I have a friend that she stays in Lagos. So most times, if she, and she's working there, sometimes if she feel like she wants to run mad,
Yeah.
according to her, what next thing she's booking her next flight to Enugu to just come and rest. And I feel Enugu is that place that people used to come and enjoy themselves.
True. It's true
I,
that.
so maybe you have something to add to that.
Yes, Enugu is very, very peaceful. We can't overemphasize on how peaceful Enugu is because it's actually very peaceful. Sometime in December, I have a client that came down from the US, and then, funnily, he's not even from Enugu,
Wow.
right? But he first came to Enugu
To
to
relax, right?
relax before going to his village. Now he's from Anambra State, so he said, "Jesse, I'm coming into Enugu by so date, and I would like us to see." So when we saw him, I was now like, so I want you to travel straight
It's
to your village.
Do you understand?
He said, let me come and rest. Jesse, like, he just wanted to rest for a week, then go for Christmas to his place. And funnily, after he went for Christmas, like, he had to come back again to Enugu to stay before traveling back out.
Yeah.
So he enjoys the peace and the serenity that comes with Enugu, right? There's some parts of Enugu that you go to, like you just feel like owning a property there because it's so peaceful, so relaxed. The streets are calm, quiet, collective. Everybody's behaving themselves.
Yeah.
Everybody's orderly in Enugu.
Everybody's safe.
And tell me when last you heard anything like there's a curfew in Enugu where people don't go out from certain times, certain times. Other parts in Nigeria, you can hear that by 6 p.m. nobody goes out again.
Exactly.
There's a curfew on the state, right? So from 6 p.m. to like 6 a.m. before people can go out again.
Yeah.
But you hardly hear that in Enugu, right?
Mm.
All these insurgencies, none of it is happening down here.
Yeah.
Enugu is peaceful, and there are things in place that keeps this peace and balance.
Yes.
You go from here to here, you see meet checkpoints, you see people
The government is
trying.
actually helping with that.
Yes, they have a hand in the peace. In fact, they're the one that creating this environment, this safe and healthy,
Yeah.
peaceful and serene environment for you to live. This is why a lot of people are investing in Enugu. They
Yeah.
all want somewhere they can come to and feel relaxed. You're
Exactly.
feeling safe within your property and your investments here are safe.
Yeah. And also,
Right.
recently we have this distress DRS,
Yeah.
distress rescue response system, something like that.
Yes.
Also for security. So I
Mhm.
think for that, the government have actually tried to put things in place to ensure that Enugu is peaceful.
Very
I mean,
peaceful.
I also feel that people are also investing in Enugu because aside that it's peaceful, um, instead of them, most of them that are used to staying in Enugu before they move, just like you said, like your client came back
Yeah.
and wanted to reach out before he traveled to his village, he had to stay in Enugu.
Like for a
So
week
some
or not
yeah,
one
so
day or 2 days.
sometimes yeah, some so what they do is that instead of staying in a hotel, they will not decide to own their own property. So
Yes.
that is also what makes people to stay here or invest in Enugu.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for the second one, what do you think is the second reason why people or why Igbos are investing in Enugu?
So I think one of the things, or one of the second reasons why Igbos are investing in Enugu, most especially above every other Igbo eastern state, is the population and expansion happening here in Enugu. So we recorded that from last year to this year, over 100,000 people have moved into Enugu, and it's still moving, right?
Yeah,
Every angle and axis in Enugu are expanding.
population is moving.
Population is moving. Have you been to the Nikki Lake axis? Is
Mm,
moving.
like
Like a lot of
From Abakpa right now
yes,
to Ibagwa,
you know,
a lot of houses have
a lot of
actually merged there.
expansion,
Yeah,
right? Within this short period of, let's say, 8 years, they created Centenary, right?
true.
Because of this expansion, now they needed to expand to another side of town that you can live in peacefully. Prior till 2015, there's not really Centenary,
Yeah, yeah.
right? But right now we have another location in a fast developing location called Centenary, and this is as a result of the population, right? This is happening right here in Enugu. A lot of people are moving in because
Steadily.
another reason why they're moving in is still regarding to the our first point, which is peace.
Peace. Yeah.
So people are coming down here in masses because Enugu is organized and very peaceful.
Yeah.
Right? Do you have anything to talk about the expansion?
So for population too, it also affects the properties. So
Exactly.
because people are moving into Enugu, they are
Yeah.
looking for where to stay.
Yeah.
Before, if you build a house for rent, especially in prime locations, before you
Mm.
know it's rented out.
It's all
There's this
rented out.
house, like a three-story in my side.
Yeah.
It's a new area that people are just
Emerging
moving.
location.
Emerging location. But as at this morning, the guy told me that it's rented out, just remaining one room downstairs.
Mm.
So that is to tell you that aside aside that people are moving here, it's also affecting the value of properties here.
Exactly.
And people like to invest in locations that are growing.
Yeah.
And Enugu is growing, especially
It's seriously
when
growing.
it comes to real estate. People are looking for houses to stay. People are looking. I remember when we had when Enugu hosted the Nigerian Bar Association of
Yeah.
Nigeria, their
That was last
conference
year.
last year. The whole hotels,
In Enugu
shortlet
was
apartments,
booked out.
everything was booked out.
Like it was all booked. You know how many hotels are in Enugu? Over 300 and something hotels,
It
and they
was
were all.
fully occupied.
Oh my god!
So people like to invest where population is expanding. And
Exactly.
like I said, population brings in demand. And
Yeah.
when there is demand, there is increase in value of properties.
Exactly.
So just like the law of demand, the higher the demand, the higher the price or the higher the value of the commodity.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing that is happening here in Enugu. And that is why when you see a land today selling for say 5 million naira, the next time you are seeing it, it's already 10 million naira because there
And
is
it's
demand.
moving.
Yes, because there is demand. And aside that, everybody wants to own a piece of Enugu.
True.
Every average Igbo man wants to own a piece of Enugu. Either you are from Anambra, you are from
Ebonyi,
Ebonyi, from Abia
Imo
State,
State,
Imo State,
everybody.
even those from Delta State,
True that.
they are still trying to own a piece of Enugu. So Enugu is always in demand.
Yes.
So if
All
you are
around the
looking,
year.
yes, every single time, Enugu is always in demand. And that is why you see property that we sold 4 years ago for 13 or 15 million naira, right now, 70 up to 120 million naira.
And it's selling out
There
though.
is no other part of um,
Eastern State.
Eastern state that is
Eastern Nigeria.
experiencing the kind of massive appreciation that Enugu is experiencing.
Yeah.
Go to I went to Abakaliki the other day and they showed me a plot of 30 million naira. I was like, if this plot was in Enugu,
Mm.
70 million naira, they'll be begging you.
With a beg.
With her beg. So I
Yes. Can I just pay
can I
70,
pay?
please now?
Recently my client was begging a man for his 700 square meter land. Let him pay 100 million naira. And the man insisted for 120 million naira in this Enugu. So
See?
that is what population is doing to Enugu. So if you are looking for that southeastern state, just know that it's Enugu that is happening.
It's the right time.
So and that is why people are investing here because I mean, even you, I mean, Igbos we like money. Let me not lie, but we like money,
Yeah,
right?
we do.
So we like that our money is also growing.
Yes.
So imagine
We
if
like
it is you.
profitable adventures.
Yes, imagine if it is you that invested your 1 million or 2 million. I mean, you would like it to be 5 million.
We like it to grow. Everybody loves money.
So yes, Enugu is that growing place, and the population movement. That is why people are investing in Enugu.
Yes.
The number 3.
All right. So the third point is the kind of schools that are in Enugu. In the whole southeastern Nigeria, Enugu has the highest amount of higher institutions, right? In the whole southeastern Nigeria. That is why a lot of people are coming to Enugu because they have options, right? People love where they have options, where everything is not just one or two, where you have to struggle for everything. In Enugu, we have approximately 10 to 15 higher institutions right here in the city. And you know what this means for a lot of young people? They feel like they have options, right? They're not stereotyped. Some people apply to a school, and because they don't give them what they want, they have to change their course for them, and they're not very happy. But in Enugu, what is that course you're looking for that is not in Enugu? Anything, nursing, doctor, medicine and surgery, pharmacy, accounting. We have institutions right here in Enugu. So school is another thing that makes a lot of people to invest in Enugu. Imagine, like I just said now, if you're a businessman, come closer, right? Imagine having 10 to 15 schools in Enugu. Then, as a businessman, imagine owning an investment close to a higher institution where there are students. Let me narrow it down, because you're not getting it. Imagine owning maybe a hostel, right, in a student area. You know that your investment is made for life because students are not finishing in Enugu because of the amount of schools here. You know, when this set is passing out, another set is coming in, and they're still booking your apartments, they're still booking your hostels.
Yeah.
Like, so you're receiving money. This is what we call cash flow,
Like
rental income. It is at its peak right here in Enugu because of these schools, right? Everybody needs to own something close to a school. This drives appreciation and development to a certain area. You know, when a school opens up, that environment automatically opens up. And every investment, be it land or house, is going to appreciate as that environment is opening, it is also opening.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I feel also that school is one of the things that is schools is one of the things that are bringing people into Enugu.
Yes.
I mean, people that let me even count the number of schools we have in Enugu.
Right.
Higher institutions.
Just higher institutions. So
Higher
don't go down to secondary schools.
We have
Let's
the
start with higher
almighty UNN, which is the
first.
University
University
of
of
Nigeria.
Nigeria is right here in
Nsukka.
Enugu.
It's here in Enugu.
Yeah.
We have the Enugu State um, University
Of technology.
We have ESSET, Enugu State College of Education and Technology.
Right here in Enugu.
We have IMT, Institute of Management and Technology.
Right here in Enugu.
We have Peace. We have Maduka University, which is a Peace University, also known as Peace University.
Yes.
We have the Caritas University.
Right here in Enugu.
We have Godfrey Okoye University.
Still here in Enugu.
We have other polytechnics, like Iwolo Polytechnics, and the rest of them, just to
We have
mention a few.
just a few.
So imagine these schools, they are the ones also attracting people into Enugu. I've not even gone to the seminary schools.
Mm-mm.
These ones are
Mary's
just,
brothers.
yes, we have um the Brigadian,
Yeah.
also a seminary school. We have the rest of them, but these are the things that are bringing people into Enugu, and that is why the population in Enugu is also increasing.
Yeah.
So why most Igbos are investing in Enugu is because of the presence of schools.
Telling
Where
you.
there's school, there's development. Where
Automatically.
there's development, there is growth, and
Mm-hmm.
there is expansion, and there is value
This
of
value,
properties.
this
So
appreciation.
that is why people or Igbos are actually investing
Investing
in
in Enugu.
Enugu. All right. With
Okay.
that being said, we are going to the number 4 reason why Igbos are massively investing in Enugu, aside, amidst other eastern states right here in Nigeria.
Okay, so the very fourth point, why Igbos are investing. Why is Igbos? Because Igbos are the ones that love the money most. So if you are investing in Enugu, you're an Igbo by virtue of liking money, right? So the fourth reason why people are investing, Igbos are investing in Enugu is the planned, the well-planned nature of the town.
Yeah,
I mean,
Enugu is well planned.
Enugu, give it up for Enugu, please. Give it up for Enugu because in Nigeria, let's say aside Abuja, which is the seat power of Nigeria, Enugu is the next planned, most planned or well-planned city in Nigeria. Enugu is very planned. You can't just sit and scatter anyhow in Enugu. Enugu has a process, and everywhere is linked to everywhere because of how planned. In fact, it was thought about. Enugu
Yeah.
was. I think I like to think Enugu was thought about.
Yes.
Right? They carefully thought about Enugu, how Enugu should look like, and they've been following that plan up until now. Because everywhere is orderly. We have the industrial part of Enugu. We have the commercial hub, which is the nightmare axis, where a lot of industries are there. We have different parts of Enugu. We have residential areas. It's not everything not jump back together. You cannot see an industry where a house is. No, that's not in Enugu. Probably any other place, but not in Enugu. Enugu is well planned and thought after, right? So this is another reason why people like to come here and invest here because of the planned nature.
Yeah.
And the city is naturally following the planned course. Enugu used to be the capital of the southern eastern Nigeria,
Yeah.
right? I mean, if some parts of Enugu, you still have Lord the God's house here in Enugu, and all that. Nnamdi Azikiwe's office too is here in Enugu. So all these things, I know he was the premier of Enugu, of the southeastern Nigeria, right? So, but they chose Enugu for his office to be in. You get that point now. So Enugu has been planned right from the origin. This is why it attracting a lot of Igbos to Enugu also, right? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, you've literally said everything concerning the well plan. When we're talking about well planned nature, I feel we are talking about the roads. We
Mm-hmm.
are talking about how it is being zoned. We are also
Yes.
talking about the neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
So for roads, I would say that Enugu is well planned
Mm.
because all the road is linking to
They're
somewhere.
connected.
Imagine if you are driving from Independence Layout, you can easily link to GRA.
True.
You can easily link to Transikulu. You can
Mm-hmm.
easily link to
New
Abaka.
Heaven.
You can easily link to any other part of Enugu. So unlike some other places that you will travel, you can easily miss your road. Because you may get to a point and the Google Map is telling you there's no road there.
Yeah,
But
you
in
have to begin to
Enugu,
go back.
you hardly see that. You hardly see it. That is why even if they are working on a particular road in Enugu, what I will see that people will stop following that particular route, and there will be another connecting route
Exactly.
that will be leading them to where they are going to.
Yeah.
So Enugu is that planned and it's zoned. Zoning here, I mean zoned according to use. So just like you have already explained, it is being zoned according to residential, commercial. For residential, places like GRA, Independence Layout,
Mm-hmm.
Centenary City,
You cannot see
all
industries
those
there.
places are majorly for residential purposes.
Exactly.
And then for places like New Haven, New
Mm-hmm.
Haven, Ogui Road,
Yeah.
those places are known for commercial purposes.
Yeah.
Places like Ninth Mile, M&M. Those places
Mm-hmm.
are known for industrial purposes, and that's why you see heavy truss on those kind of houses. But when you enter inside town, you
You barely
barely,
see all
yeah,
that.
you barely see all of that.
Yeah.
So because of that well planned nature, in fact, I recently, one of our clients who recently bought, the guy, I think he's from Owerri, he's from Imo State,
Mm-hmm.
and then his friend was telling him, since he already built a house in Owerri,
Yeah.
and then he was looking for a house here in Enugu and other properties. Then his friend was the one telling him, leave those things. You see how Enugu is calm.
Yeah.
Like they are obeying traffic lights.
You
They are,
know,
everything is in check. Like the
Enugu is
guy
so
was,
orderly.
he was,
So
he
orderly.
was so orderly. So the guy was
Yeah.
like,
I was impressed.
us na she ahụ pụta. I don't know how he spoke it in
In
his
dialect.
dialect, but he was like telling him to come to Enugu and get something for himself. So
True.
that is why people, I mean, Igbos are actually investing here.
There's a
I
high
feel,
inflow.
yes, I feel Enugu is planned, like is in that, is that kind of state that once you enter, you feel like, I need to arrange myself
Yeah, and
because
settle
I settle.
in here.
So yes, that is it. And for the fifth reason why I would say
A lot
um
of Igbos
a lot of Igbos
are
are investing
investing.
in Enugu right now
Mm-hmm.
is because of the infrastructures that are going on.
True.
Enugu turned, in fact, it has turned to more of a construction site in a good way
Mm-hmm.
than before now. So
Mm.
Enugu is experiencing a lot of infrastructures. So many of the internal roads, infrastructures here, we're talking about roads, electricity, water supply, and the rest of them, schools and the rest of them, hospitals. So a lot of infrastructures are happening right now in Enugu, and a lot of economic activities are happening right now in Enugu. So like I said, infrastructures always brings in development and investors.
Yeah.
So because of the infrastructure that is happening, like especially road infrastructure,
Yeah.
almost all the internal roads anywhere in Enugu has been tarred.
So good.
Most places that do not have access road
Before now.
now has access road,
Mm.
and he even goes further to creating like expressway in some areas that do not have expressway before now,
Yeah.
like where is that place? Owo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, in Owo,
Visualization
the dualization that is happening there, that
is
road will be
massive.
leading from Owo in
Straight
Kano East
down.
straight down
Mm-hmm.
to Abuja.
Yes, northern Nigeria.
In
This
another,
is facts.
yes, so these infrastructures, I mean, we are all seeing it on the internet.
Yeah, it's
Like you
all
can
there.
you can you can go and search it up, what is happening in Enugu today, and you see a lot of work going on there. And I also feel like that this is the best time for anybody that wants to invest in Enugu, because in few years time the value of properties will actually skyrocket. So
As
this
it is right this now, it's
yes,
really
it
appreciating so
is already high.
fast.
Before now that there's not a lot of infrastructures, Enugu is
Mm-hmm.
already high because of demand.
Because of
Then
demand
imagine
now.
demand plus
Oh
infrastructures.
my god.
Oh, equals
What a collabo.
what?
Na collabo.
So infrastructures in Enugu that is happening right now in Enugu is actually making people to move in. I mean, see for instance the
Yes.
landmark group, they
Mm-hmm.
move into Enugu because of infrastructures.
And they're bringing the second upside down house
Upside down house that is already in construction right now at
at, at Nikki Lake
Nike
Axis.
Lake Resort.
Mm.
So many other investors are also coming into Enugu because of the infrastructures. Like we also have the African Medical City
Yes.
to be also be constructed in Enugu.
300 bed.
They are all coming into Enugu because of the infrastructures.
Yeah.
So that is why I also recently somebody called me, said, I see what is happening in Enugu. They said, I see what is happening in Enugu. I'm really interested. In fact, I'm regretting why I did not buy into Enugu all this while. I've been investing only in Lagos and Abuja. I never thought of Enugu, and I'm
But
seeing it
right
right now.
now,
Don't worry,
right
we are
now, you
going
don't
to
want to.
do business.
This is so much so that right now, this is one of my proudest moments as a real estate consultant in Enugu because of all this infrastructure happening here. This is one of the times I feel most proud about this Enugu state because a few days ago, a client of mine who bought already, but he was not around, so we couldn't show him the property, even though he had bought already.
Okay.
So when he came down and we were taking him to the property he bought, he was so amazed. You could see the joy in his face. He said, so Enugu is not like this. Look at how sweet the roads are because we are just moving smoothly. and he could see all the infrastructure. He said, when I came to Enugu last, this thing was not here. And I said,
Mm.
sir, it's here now. Oh. This is it for you. And then we moved to another location again. He's like, this one too is here. I'm like, sir, this is here too. Oh. They're like, when did all this come to Enugu? And I was like, all this has happened in Enugu right now. And as a real estate consultant, this is one of my proudest moments because I get to show you Enugu at its peak and it is still developing more. We
Yeah,
get to bring
it's
you
just
live
getting
updates.
started.
We show you everything. It's on the internet there.
Mm.
We show you everything that's happening in Enugu, and it is so amazing. And this is a why it's a street confirmation why a lot of Igbos are investing in Enugu right now because of all this development, infrastructure, economic growth. These things do actually drive appreciation into properties and gives you very high return on your investments. When
Um,
you're investing in Enugu today, you're making one of the best choices.
I want to add here.
Please
This
go.
is like a bonus tip why I feel Igbos are investing in Enugu.
Yes.
It's because of the enjoyment in this city.
Oh my
We forgot to talk
God.
about that one. There's a lot
Oh,
of enjoyment in
it's a
Enugu.
lot. It's a
Enugu
lot
has
of
a lot
enjoyment.
of local foods. I mean, when
Mm,
we're talking about,
indigenous.
yes, when we're talking about abacha,
Abacha Agwadagbo.
when we're talking about jida abobo, please, if you're familiar with all these
Please leave it in the comment section
native
for
food,
us.
please leave it in the comment section. When we're talking about nkwobi, when
Mm,
we're talking about lifestyle, to like Enugu night lifestyle. Have you been
mhm.
to Toscana lately?
At night.
Was that place another entertaining place?
Sight on. I
Just go
mean,
there, you go and
you're
watch
going to have the fun of your life.
people dancing. You know, Enugu people can dance.
He can
So
dance, so
so people like to, why most Igbos are moving to Enugu or they're investing in Enugu is to experience all of
all
that.
this entertainment.
It's
It
to
is
experience all
it
of that.
it adds to your lifespan too. If you enjoy
And
yourself, you go to live longer. Oh.
right. So I feel that that is also part of why people are investing in Enugu.
This is true.
I mean, if you come to this city, you fall in love with it.
You wouldn't want to go back.
Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
so these are the reasons. These are 5 reasons or even 6 reasons why
Why Igbos
Igbos are
are investing
investing
in
in
Enugu. And like I
Enugu.
said, if you're thinking about investing in Enugu, just consider yourself as an Igbo person
Yeah.
by virtue of investment.
Yeah. I even have Yoruba friends that own properties in Enugu. They just say
That's
I like
true.
Enugu. My one
It's
of
so
my friends
calm.
just drove down from Abuja just
Mm,
to come and relax in
just come and
Enugu.
relax. So
So Enugu is that beautiful place, and apart from that, it's a very good place for investing.
yes.
So you need to own a piece of it if you have not started, and if you have, you need to own more because there are still more to achieve right here in Enugu City. So this is where we come into the end of our live session. You have, if you're interested in owning a piece of Enugu, genuine land and houses right here in the city of Enugu, we have properties ranging from 3.5 million naira up to 70 million naira
And above.
and more. If you, when it comes to houses, we also have available houses for sale right here in the city of Enugu. So you may want to contact us today on the numbers that will be dropping on the comment section of this live session, and we'll get you started in owning a piece of Enugu City today. All right, so what else do you have to say
So
before?
what I want to say is that people who enjoy the benefits of investment are people who have two things.
Yeah,
People who have information, like
yeah.
what we just processed to you right now, what we
Mm-hmm.
shared with you, information. And secondly, people who are strategic, right? So right now is the time for you to grab the most information you can grab about Enugu and strategically position yourself via your investment in Enugu to derive maximum profit and build wealth for yourself, leveraging investments right in Enugu. So, like she rightly said, if this is something you want to do, if you're interested in owning an investment down here, either in land or your house, feel free. Reach out to us, the number shown on your screen, and we'll be glad to lock you in
On your screen, on the comment
on the
section.
comment section rather, and we'll be glad to lock you in on these amazing and beautiful opportunities happening right here in the city of Enugu. I mean, we'd love to share with you.
So until we come to your face again, stay informed and start investing in Enugu today. Bye.
Enjoy a good day.